think about why you do the things you do and the way you do them, and try to figure out a different step to take if it's not the way you want things to go. Welcome back, LinPRinPers, and if you're here for the first time, thank you for clicking. Come on in, sit down, put your feet up and relax. This channel is all about peaceful living in this chaotic and dramatic world. How I see it and how I'm living it. If you're all about living a peaceful life as well, then this channel is for you. So much has been prepared for you. It's laundry time. I was doing my laundry the other day and my LinPRinP mind started to wander. Our thoughts are just like a pile of our laundry, a pile of dirty clothes. How did they ever get so dirty? How did our minds and our thoughts get so dirty? Some by what others say to us, some by what we see, some by what we hear, some by what we watch, what we're thinking, and so much more. And I started to think really deeply to myself, if we are this dirty in our minds, how do we get our thoughts clean again? Like we do our clothes. You know what I'm saying? In a whole day, do you know if you truly listen to yourself and your mind, either through meditation or just taking a little time out, a negative thought or two might creep up? Did you know that? You know, trying to stain our clothes, our minds, our positivity, our openness, our truthfulness, our innocence. And we'll realize that if we give them an ear, they'll make sure they stain us permanently. And we might think bleach will get it out, and it might not. So let's take this part by part. First, how did your clothes even get so dirty like our thoughts in the first place? How did they get so dirty? I will blame our senses for this. How we interpret what we see and what we hear and what we touch and what we smell or perceive all play an important role in how our thoughts can get dirty or tainted. This is why we should guard our innocence. It's like a white outfit. It's so pretty until a small thing touches it, and then it all makes the whole outfit dirty. You don't have to go to all the parties, all the clubs. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know all the deets about this topic and that person. Guard your outfit. They say it is curiosity that killed the cat. Well, they didn't lie. Know the basics about living life. Don't dig too deep beyond your knowledge. It's really hard with technology and Google in the hands of our kids nowadays. If you're a parent like me, you need to be watchful. We need to be more watchful on what our kids are doing online. It's a crazy world out there. This is where their innocence can be taken away in a jiffy. My soon-to-be 6-year-olds, well, actually the 6-year-old now, are fearless. They are not scared until they get hurt when they are playing together. Protect them. Help keep their mental white outfit untainted for as long as you can. They hear so many things, especially on YouTube, on Google. Don't get me started with YouTube. Keep them occupied, especially in this season of COVID when everybody is at home. You know, they're not out socializing with other children. Don't neglect them to their handheld electronics for hours on end. Let them help you out in the kitchen. Watch movies with them that teach positive morals. Read with them, play with them, pray with them, imagine with them, develop stories with them. As adults, so many things have been planted early on in our lives by our parents that have tainted how we approach situations in our time. Deeply think about why you do the things you do and the way you do them, and try to figure out a different step to take if it's not the way you want things to go. Figure out how your thoughts have gotten dirty first, and then you can be closer to a solution of living a peaceful life, starting with yourself. How can we wash our clothes and thoughts out when they are now dirty? My LinPRinP mind tells me you can do that either by hand washing them, using a washing machine, or dry cleaning them. I will not even sugarcoat it. Our minds are so dirty. Don't even lie to yourself. I won't lie, mine is dirty. Even if you don't want it to be dirty, they'll throw dirt at you. They, meaning the news, TV, radio, your friends, family, and many more. How many can you even dodge in a day? Unless you are living in a bush. Then maybe you'll be safe from the dirt all around us. I'm a fan of solutions. So let's say somehow my white outfit got dirty, right? Should I just leave it alone, or should I do something about it? Should I do something about it later? Think about that dirty situation you have going on right now that's messing up your white outfit, be it physically, financially, socially, and most importantly, mentally. What are your plans on washing them out? How do you want them to be cleaned? Hand washing them would mean personally being accountable for your actions. You know that you have trouble forgiving people, and this is holding you back in the area of your blessings that's supposed to come to you. How do you take care of this? You take out the time to forgive whoever has hurt you. You don't keep harboring or keeping this dirty shirt around. It will start messing up the entire shirt. Using a washing machine would mean seeing someone to assist you in helping you clean up your thoughts. Sometimes I feel like I've forgotten some situations in my life when I was growing up. There are people who are still dealing with a lot of issues from their childhood that is messing them up in all areas of their lives. And seeing someone might help uncover those issues that they themselves might not even realize existed. If someone decides to take care of themselves, it might take longer, and these trained people can help you get to the bottom of your problem. Dry cleaning your thoughts would mean using special avenues to clean up special thoughts, as in special outfits, right? That's what dry cleaning is for. Some special mental issues need special attention, like addiction centers and rehab centers. Those come to mind. These places help individuals clean up their addictions. Most of the time, it is very difficult to quit on your own. So taking out time to get clean might require you to get your thoughts dry cleaned. When you're done washing out your thoughts, washing out your clothes, how do you want to dry them out? My LinPRinP mind. On this day that I was washing my clothes, I was just laughing. I'm like, hey, what's going on? When you're done washing out your clothes, what do? Do you take them home wet? Of course not. How do you dry them out? My LinPRinP mind now told me, you can either hang them out to dry with the sun, or you can use the electric dryer for faster results. So now, how do I compare this with our thoughts? How can we how can we dry out our thoughts? How can we air dry them? What does that mean? Remember how what we hear have an ounce of impact on our lives, no matter what it is, be it positive or negative. So what happens is when we have decided to dry out our thoughts, we do that either by applying them into our actions, and we handle our daily activities immediately. When we go out, when we hear sermons, when we hear advices, you can filter out what you want to help out your situations. Obviously, it's not everything that everybody say that's going to be beneficial to your own situation. So when you hear things, make sure you are filtering out, make sure you are applying actions that make sense to your own situation. That is how we can air out and dry out our thoughts. The most important question you will ask yourself at the end of the day, at the end of this laundry session is, do I pack them up quickly or fold them neatly, taking your time? During this part of my laundry session, I'm like, you know what? I just want to get out of this place. I just want to go home. That usually happens when I go out of the house. I rush out and I usually want to hurry up and go back home to the kids, to my husband, to the family, that I'll be like, oh, I wish I stayed out longer. So at this time of my laundry session, I call it session, it's a session, I'm like, okay, should I pack up all my clothes, rough them up, stuff it up in a bag and go home? And usually what happens is when I get home, I'm like, Lara, don't worry. I'll take it out and hang them up. No, doesn't happen. So what I've been doing lately is I'll just take the time now, fold them now, pack them up neatly. When you get home, you just take them out and put them in their boxes. That's what I've been trying to do now, because I've just learned that, I want to go to church, then I'll take out the clothes. They are all rough and wrinkled, and now I have to iron them. The ironing is not even the annoying part. It's leaving them wrinkled. So how do we pack up our clothes when we are done with all the process of washing and drying? Fold away your good thoughts by writing them down. Take the time to fold away your good thoughts. Don't just stuff them in your mind. Don't just stuff situations in your mind, in your brain, and then you start thinking about them, and then it weighs on your heart, and then you're like, oh. All right? Fold away your good thoughts by writing them down immediately and reading them again. This will give you lots of ideas that can launch you into something new. Don't squish your thoughts. I've had so many thoughts where I will forget them as soon as another thought comes along, and then I will be like, I wish I had written them down, immediately. That thought came. There's a reason why this thoughts come to you if we are still enough to hear them in the first place. If they are negative thoughts, because they will come too, these are the clothes you toss in the garbage immediately. You don't take them home back with you. You don't give it to someone else, gift it to someone, by telling them, you dump them immediately. That negative thought comes, psh, throw them out. You don't want that. You don't want negative thoughts to be messing with you. I hate folding clothes because it gives me double the work. Staying at the laundromat and folding it, oh my goodness, that used to get me. I always thought that it would give me double work. No, it's not giving me double work. Stuffing them and then taking them home and then leaving them there because something else came up actually is giving me more headache. So I'll be like, you know what, just stay now. Just do it. Just do it now so you don't have to do it later. There are some people who literally battle with their minds daily. Trash it out. Don't squeeze those uncomfortable moments and those uncomfortable situations you have encountered under the rug. I talked about cleaning out our rug last year. What we do is we stuff our situations, uncomfortable situations, we put them deep in the back of our minds and we don't revisit them. We hide them, and then before you know it, they become a big monster in our mind and they start disturbing us mentally. You don't want to do that. Iron them out, straighten out your thoughts, fold your thoughts nice and neat, put them down if you have to. When you squish your freshly dry clothes in the bag, by the time you bring them out, you can't even wear it. The same thing with your thoughts. By the time you squish all those memories, you squish them in one corner, you don't want to see them, you don't want to think about them. By the time you take them out, so many damage would have been done. A lot of people are out there today that have a lot of childhood issues that they haven't dealt with. And by the time they are adults, it is affecting them in their families, it's affecting them in their marriages, it is affecting them financially, it's affecting them socially. So you want to take out these issues, you want to iron them out. Don't leave them crumpled in your mind. So you want to iron out those thoughts. Don't leave them crumpled in your mind. It's going to just give you extra work in the future. Take care of them now. I hate wrinkled clothes. Oh my goodness. Do you know what wrinkled clothes make you look like? They make you look unprofessional. They make you look lazy. They make you look dirty and unkempt. And they mess up your day. And don't be surprised if they mess up others' day because they have to look at you. Depending on which job you're doing, they mess with everybody's brains, literally. So you want to take out the time, iron your clothes, iron your thoughts. Don't leave them crumpled. Handle situations. The sooner they come, the earlier you can get them taken care of. At the end of the day, I finish my laundry and I am so happy. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? Because guess what? Now I have clean clothes to wear for another 2 weeks before we have to go through this whole process again. You guys, my LinPRinPers, wear positive thoughts. From the moment you wake up, start with positivity. Do your daily devotionals. Remind yourself of your goals. Make up your mind of what you will allow in your mind and what your mind will not have any space for. Make the decision to stay focused. Make the efforts to stay focused. And God willing, you and I will achieve our goals, especially in this new year. The next time you're doing your laundry, take a notepad with you. If you're hand washing them, dry cleaning them, using a washing machine, take down your notes, clean out your thoughts, write them down, straighten out your thoughts, and you'll start seeing changes in how you appear to others. You dig? Thank you very much for watching this episode, you guys. God willing, we are on this earth for an average of 75 to 80 years. Let's not waste any of that precious time on matters that don't help us positively in some way. You have a decision to make. If not now, maybe later. The ball of cleansing your thoughts is in your court today. Let's chat in the comment section. You can leave a comment, ask questions if you have any. You can also give this video a like so that YouTube can share with more people. All right, you guys? Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Laraddiji. Over the hearts, like I said in the corner, and click the subscribe button for more. It's free. Make sure your notification bell is activated to be automatically notified of new uploads from yours truly. Please, at the end of the day, let's love our neighbors as ourselves. And remember to rest in peace. We all need to be living in peace. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You see me in my next one. See me in my next one. See me in my next one. You'll see me in my next one. to do.